Hello and welcome to the Orion Learning course on understanding the role and responsibilities of the Turnaround Coordinator.
In this course, we shall cover the following: the aircraft turnaround chain and the typical turnaround process, about the key role of a TRC managing the turnaround process, pre-planning required before arrival of aircraft or the stand resource planning process, the ramp turnaround servicing process, invoicing and billing.
Let us start with our first module, where we shall first refresh our knowledge about the aircraft turnaround chain and then get an overview on the importance of planning. What is aircraft turnaround, Professor?
Aircraft turnaround refers to the process of activities that take place between the time an aircraft arrives at a destination up until the time it departs.
Let us take a look at the typical activities when an aircraft arrives at a destination. The activities that take place are: arrival of aircraft at the stand, putting the chocks in, connecting ground power supply, equipments aligned, offloading of passengers, offloading of baggage, offloading of cargo, checking to see that the aircraft is completely clean and nothing has been left behind by mistake, post-flight administration, which is the preparation and the handover of the documents of the flight completed and of the internal mail, for example.
Once this process has been completed, then the activities to ready the aircraft for departure begin, which include pre-flight administration, the check and the preparation of the documents like load sheet, fuel figures, NOTAM, information on weather, etc. for the next flight, aircraft cleaning, deflation of wastewater, refueling, taking on potable water, catering replenishment, loading cargo, security checks, loading passenger baggage and ensuring that baggage reconciliation has been done, boarding passengers, de-icing where required by weather conditions, removing chocks and cones, and pushback of aircraft.
As we are all aware, turning an aircraft round within the allocated time and without any incidents or safety breaches is a major contributory factor to an airline's on-time performance and therefore its profitability and goodwill. As we have also seen, turnaround requires a number of activities to be carried out by a variety of different people within a specified time frame, and at the same time without moving outside the parameters of airside safety regulations.
In carrying out the turnaround activities, a number of different people, different service providers and functions have to operate, sometimes in linear order and others concurrently. So how does an airline ensure that all these activities are coordinated and turnaround takes place in a speedy and safe manner, Professor?
Well, Professor, as you are aware, the success of any activity that requires coordination and precision is proper planning. The plan that is created for this activity is called the turnaround plan, which describes how the turnaround will be carried out. It should enable every service provider to carry out their work safely and without endangering others. It is also important that all the service providers involved should have a copy of the plan. What are the elements of a turnaround plan, Professor?
The basic points that are considered for a turnaround plan are how the supervisor or handling agent will carry out their work, common arrangements such as what to do in an emergency and minimum personal protective equipment needs, the signal that is safe for people and vehicles to approach the aircraft, the order in which they should approach, and the positions they should take up to make sure everyone can get to and from the aircraft safely and without endangering others.
What is the principle behind a turnaround plan, Professor?
Well, the turnaround process involves many different entities working simultaneously. This may lead to inefficiency and unsafe practices because of a lack of coordination and situational awareness among the various entities. This may result in an unavoidable adjustment in the aircraft's off-block time, causing delays and rescheduling down the line.
Yes, Professor. And having understood this, the aviation industry has devised the turnaround plan for that particular aircraft type and flight duration. It is a wide body or a narrow body. The duration of flight, whether it is a long-haul flight or a short-haul flight, and the Station Precision Time Schedule or PTS.
How do these factors impact turnaround plans, Professor?
Well, Professor, it is really simple. A wide-body aircraft can carry up to 600 passengers, whereas a narrow-body has the maximum capacity of about 250. Since there are greater numbers of people and cargo to be offloaded and loaded, the time allocated to turn a wide-body aircraft around is more than that for a narrow-body.
The same principle applies to flight duration. A long-haul flight requires an upload of a much greater quantity of fuel, catering replenishment, and other requirements. The time allocated for a long-haul flight turnaround is consequently more.
The PTS or Precision Time Schedule of the airline is also a factor for consideration. Each airline have their calculated maximum time standard that is required for every turnaround activity of a flight according to aircraft movement and type.
But, Professor, we know that different flights have different passenger and cargo loads at different times. So, how does the operator plan for that?
Interesting question, Professor. The plan is designed assuming a full capacity load of passengers and cargo for that particular aircraft type and flight duration. This ensures that variations in cargo and passenger load do not push turnaround times beyond the airline PTS.
However, the aviation industry also recognizes that despite planning for maximum load, due to the sheer number of entities involved in turnaround, delays may arise. Lack of information sharing, deviation from plan, and demanding security processes. Therefore, the first step in the pre-planning process is the identification and appointment of a single person who will oversee all the activities involved in the turnaround of an aircraft, and this is the turnaround coordinator.
Now that we have understood the importance of a turnaround plan and the need for a turnaround coordinator to oversee the plan, let us take a short break and check our understanding of the same. We will be back with our second module, where we will understand the importance of the turnaround coordinator and his role in the turnaround process. Thank you.